So these are my two planners, and I'm going to do a flip through for the month of March because I don't really get a chance to do like a plan with me every single week just because of my schedule. So I thought, let's do a flip through. So this is the mini, and this is the Frankenplanner, which contains my faith planner, my budget planner, and I use the month layout to do everything else. So I'm going to flip through this one first, and then I'll flip through the mini. But just so you can see, I changed the cover of this because I did combine everything. So this is just scrapbooking paper that I laminated. This is the other side. I think I'm going to change it up because the laminating paper that I used is the 3 mil, and it's pretty thin, as you can see. So I'm probably going to change it up. But anyway, so that's the cover, and I'm going to flip through March. So first, what's in here is you're going to see the faith planner. And I don't decorate the monthly layout in the faith planner. And then what I do after the month is up is I take it out and I put it in to this original faith planner. So as you can see, I have January and February in here. So I just put this way because I got tired of going through like 4 different planners, I think, at one point. So this is just to condense everything, and this is how I do it. So I don't keep the faith planner in here. I take it out and I put it in the other one just so this doesn't get so thick, and because I want to keep the faith planner separate once the year is up. So again, this is the monthly layout. I do not decorate this, and we will go ahead and flip through it. So this is the first week. This is the journal page in the back. So I might not talk through this. I might play some music, but anyway, just so you can see. And so that's the faith planner. So what happens after next month is you'll see this is another March tab. This is the kind of the rest of my Frankenplanner. So this is the monthly layout. I did do a video on decorating this. The idea was I had was using a horizontal classic planner to put everything else. I don't have that much stuff that goes on, as you'll see in the mini planner. So I really didn't see the point of having 2 in a sense. I thought it made more sense to decorate a monthly with everything. So as you can see here, I have like the bills. I had an appointment for the doctors here. I put what I'm watching on TV. These flags here are for a class and for work. So I have lecture on these 2 days and clinical on these 2 days, and then I work on the weekends. So that's kind of what this was. There's nothing here because this was spring break. And then just decorate this. I kind of leave it blank if I have something I need to remember. So this was the first time I've ever done a monthly layout. So that was just kind of what this is, and I marked like the paydays and things like that. So that was this one. And then this page is from the Trendsetter. I really like this page. So over here, I had the top 3. I wanted to do things in my Etsy shop. I wanted to try to grocery shop more instead of buying out food, cook more. I am also trying to quit smoking. I know it's a bad habit. So I'm trying to keep track of the amount of cigarettes that I smoke a day so I can kind of cut down. I had this lofty goal of drinking 96 ounces of water every day. As you can see, that didn't happen. Then I also had a goal to try to drink 1 cup of water in the morning. As you can see, I did better with that. I wrote a monthly goal to pass my exam with an 85. I got an 86. Pay ties, I didn't do that, but I'm still going to keep working on that. I did post new items on my Etsy shop. Down here, I just used this box here to pick a quote from a sticker book, and that's what I put there. Here, I just write a quote out. And this is the idea is to use a quote to encourage me through school. So that was this, to get it done. My goal was to try to eat breakfast daily, clean my apartment during spring break, which I did. I didn't clean out my car like I wanted to. I wanted to try to throw out one thing a day to try to minimize the clutter that's in my apartment. I wanted to make 2 crossbody bags in March. That didn't happen. And use my crock pot more, which didn't happen. But I like this, even though there's things that I didn't stick with, I still like it because it still lets me know things that I still need to work on if I didn't get to it. So that's why I really like this page. So I use this. So again, this is from the Trendsetter. This is on the back. And I was going to try to keep track of like monthly to-dos. As you saw, I was going to try to keep track of washing my linens, cleaning my apartment, things like that. I actually changed this in April. I might do a quick flip through just of how I use that, just so you can see it. This is my, so now this starts the budget planner, excuse me. And how I use the bill pay checklist page is I write down my bills, which as you can see, I don't have that much. I don't care that you see how much I pay. It's not that serious. And then I split this page in half because I don't have that many and keep track of my income. So I get a paycheck from my job and money from Etsy. So I just keep track of those. The expense tracker, I changed up this month. Previously, I was writing everything in one color. But if you're a planner, crazy person like I am, you have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of pens and all kinds of different colors. So that's what I did. So as you see up here is my little color coded ledger. So every time I bought cigarettes, I wrote that in brown. Food, I wrote in green. Vellumware, which is my Etsy shop's name. Anything I bought for that, I wrote it in purple. Bills, I wrote in blue. My income, I wrote in orange. Anything that didn't fit into those categories, I wrote in pink. And anything for my car, I wrote in teal. So I did this and I like it after I started it because this gives me a quick, what did I spend my money on? So as you can see, like on this page, there's a lot of green, so I spent a lot of money on food. There's kind of a mixture of everything, but a little bit more pink, so I spent a lot of other miscellaneous items. The other thing that you'll notice different on this page is the cash, credit, and debit section. I use as a check ledger. I started to do 2 numbers per box, but then once I got to like a paycheck, it just looked weird because then when you look at that, that looks like $14.08, and that's not the case. So I changed it up, and I actually like that better. So that's what I do because this just helps me keep a running total of what I actually have in my account. So I don't include cash in this list. I just only do what's in my checking account. So that's what this is. So that's what I did with this. So I like this so much better because it just, eye-wise looking at it, it gives me a quick idea of what I'm spending my money on. So that's the expense tracker. Budget review, I did fill that out. So that's pretty much it for my March layout in my classic planner. So now I'll go through the my mini, and I'll flip through that. So let's go to March. So March, I crossed everything out, so I just know where I am on the dates. This over here is a sticker that I created to keep track of my blood pressure. I started it late in March because they are trying to put me on high blood pressure medication. So I want to see if I can get my blood pressure down. So anyway, I just put that in the notes section over here because I don't use it. But this is the monthly. And then this is my weekly. So as you can see, this is not overly, I guess overly decorated. I don't know how to say it. There's not a lot going on because I don't have a lot going on. I work and I'm in school, and that is legit it. I just test and put in the due dates to try to like add more stuff. But it's just, I don't have that much stuff. So if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of things, but you want to be a planner and decorate it, decorate it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look like the other ones that you've seen on YouTube. This is okay. This is for you. It's not for everybody else. So I don't really care that I only have one thing a day. I just don't, it just is, this is just what it is. You'll see later on in the month where it did get nice. It looked pretty. So again, this is the next week. Again, I just list the things that I have going on. I'll put some little things in here to remind. I put this here in case I needed to add some things. This week is, I like the way that this came out. This week looks different than the rest of them because this was spring break for me. So I took that chance to get things done since I wasn't going to be in class or in clinicals. So I did write things out. This little flag here, so this one, this one, this one, this one, I think that, oh, and this little flag here, that I use scrapbooking paper and a stencil. And so I traced the stencil and cut it out to create these shapes because the sticker books don't have enough plain flags like this. So, and sometimes they don't go with the colors that I want or whatever the case might be. So that's what I did, and I actually like that because I wanted to keep track of like appointments and chores and things like that. So I just, like I said, I used scrapbooking paper, cut it out, put whatever sticker down I want. Like here I have an appointment. This is a flag that I cut using the stencil on scrapbooking paper and put the little to do. Other than that, everything else came from a myriad of sticker books. I use a lot of scrapbooking paper in planning, as you saw with the faith planner, and I like that better. So again, like this here is scrapbooking paper. This is just the sticker. But this one came out looking like what you would see when people are showing you their planners. But this was again because I had a lot that I had to do this week. And as you will see, like the following week, I didn't do anything because I was back in school and I had an exam, and it just, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you have a week where you just don't plan anything, and it's okay. So this is the next week. This paper, I needed to keep track of some things that I wanted to do because I bring this one with me everywhere I go. So I cut down a big sheet of notebook paper that I had bought a pack of and turned it into a half sheet in a sense because I had it. I don't see the point of buying a half sheet when I have these full page of notebook paper. So cutting it to fit the size gave me 2 sheets. So this is like the back of it. So when you have it, I don't know if I can do it so that you'll see what I mean, but the sheet actually looks like that. So when you cut it in half, you end up with this piece, and I have a punch. So I just punched it and trimmed it down. And that's, so if you have notebook paper and you have a mini and you want to cut it down, save yourself some money. But that's what this was. So again, this is scrapbook paper and the stencil, same with this one. And that was this week. And so as you saw, I went back. I didn't have that much I had to do because I was back in school. This is the mini Trendsetter extension pack. I call it the Trendsetter, but I think they call it the daily to do. I don't know. Anyway. So as you saw, I have one in the classic and I love it. So I just repeated it in the mini. So when I found out that they made one for the mini, I was super excited. You can see that video. I was like a little kid on Christmas or something. I don't know. So anyway, I repeated the same thing. wrote it a little different. I didn't like it, so I wrote this one first and then I changed it in the bigger one. But everything was pretty much the same as you saw in the bigger one. The only thing that's missing is that note to self, so I don't have a sticker for a quote, but that's fine. And then this is how I use the daily to-dos. I use the sticker. I have a sticker date and numbers sticker book. So I took these and just numbered them because there's 31 of these boxes. I wrote the date, the day of the week at the top. And then I write down things that I want to do. And in a sense, like, I guess I could put it on the weekly page, but I find this, if I check it off, then I know that I did it. And I don't know, this, I like this better. But I still like having, you know, to do this. So I still like the decorating aspect, but I like this. So this is how I'm using this. So if you see a line, that means I didn't do it. And if there's a check, then I got it done. So this is working for me because I keep track of what lectures I have coming up, that I need to work on my study guide, if I need to read something, anything that I need to get done. This has been working for me a lot. And I like this. I like doing this with the numbers and writing the day of the week because, again, it's just me, so I don't have a lot of things that I'm doing that day. But I think this is just easier, and I like this better because I can just check it off and be like, done, or cross it out and be like, oh, I got to remember I need to try to do that. So that is what that looks like, and that's just the date page. So that is March. Actually, you know what? Yeah, never mind. So that is March. And so these are that was my flip through for the month of March. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.